Alright, we're back with part 2 of my Disney VHS update for July 2010. And forgot when we last left off part 1. I'm going to go back to part 2 to continue right now. First up, on this tape, it does feature the late 90s FBI screens, the gold Walt Disney Home Video logo, the blue background, and then the flash stop coming soon, now available to own on video cassette bumper. Plus, it's got previews for the Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, and George of the Jungle. And then it says, coming soon to own on video cassette bumper. Then the, let's see. Then there's the Masterpiece edition of Peter Pan. And then of course, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules! It's like Nick William 89 used to say that all the time. And then, of course, Air Bud. There's also a preview for Air Bud. And, of course, there's also a promo for The Wonderful World of Disney, which was on ABC at the time. And then the Flash feature presentation bumper. And get this. Here's a little... let me explain something to you. After the feature presentation bumper, I'm going to go into rant mode here. And this starts... let me tell you something. This has one downside for this film. Let me explain something. This film has the film format screen, but it says this film has been modified from its original version, and it is reformatted to fit in your TV, and it is a colorized version of an original black and white film. What are they thinking? And of course, it's got the colorized Buena Vista logo and the start of the film. What is going on, mister? This is ridiculous! I hate color! The color version is dumb! I hate color versions of this movie. Why do they ruin it? Well, the best of all, it was the original black and white version. Let me tell you, I like the original black and white version of The Absent-Minded Professor. And you know, this is ridiculously terrible. I hate this. It's very bad. I can't stand color versions at all. You know why? Here's what this caused a lot of controversy. There was, back in the 80s at the time, a lot of movies that weren't restored from black and white to color and being colorized. What is happening with this? I remember there was a color. I remember I used to watch a colorized version of Miracle on 34th Street, and they ruined it. I used to tape this off Channel 11 back in the 90s. Yeah, color version sucks. And now I thought it was alright to see it in color, but oh my gosh, it sucks. I like the original black and white version better than this horrible colorized version. And I don't know. And yeah, I've seen it right to the beginning and right to the middle and right to the end. I hate this movie. It's color. I mean, stupid. I remember seeing this one time on TV back in the 80s. If you remember, this film was been first shown on television back in the 80s, and it was being colorized. That's crap. It's garbage. I hate color versions of this movie. It's complete, total garbage. I can't stand it. I'm also being on the lookout to look for another copy of The Absent-Minded Professor, the DVD version, which is original black and white version. I know those of you who have never saw this one when it first came out on VHS back in the 80s, which was back in the early 80s, in one of the Neon Mickey tapes. I'm sure if they have the original black and white version there, it's definitely difficult to find. And there's also the, let's see. Yeah, and the colorized version first came out on VHS back in 1986. I mean, the one that IMAX Nation 1980 has in its original slipcover case, not the clamshell, in one of the late Neon Mickey tapes during its late in the run. And then there's also some causing controversy. And you know what? There was also the stupidest thing that happened. Why they ruined the original black and white movie into color. They lost the feel of black and white to it. You know, colorized movies are just bad. It's garbage. You know, they showed colorized movies. I remember seeing colorized movies. They also restored it from black and white to color. They used in one of the movies like Casablanca, and yeah, Casablanca was one example. And so, like the way Ted Turner decided to restore from black and white to color when they made it into a colorized version. I remember I had the DVD of Lionel Barrymore's A Christmas Carol. I used to tape this off a long time ago, and guess what? It's colorized. That sucks. I mean, that's ridiculous. You know, okay, those of you who have been watching this, here's a good thing. Here's a good thing to tell you guys. For those of you who have a color television set or a vintage black and white TV, or let me tell you something, if you have a color television at home, please do us a favor, turn down your color and watch it in its original black and white form. If you have a TV set like this, turn the color down. If you're watching this movie, it's an original black and white. That's all there is. Or if you have a vintage black and white TV when you had a long time ago, yeah, you should do the same thing. Watch it here, okay? Yeah, you can do the same thing here while watching the original black and white TV. I have the JVC portable black and white TV because it doesn't have color on it. Yeah, that's fine. Watch the black and white version. The original black and white version is better. So, anyways, if you have a TV, one more thing, turn the color down. Turn the color down. I mean, turn it down. What is going on? Alright? Anyways, there you go. That was the Absent-Minded Professor. Of course, if you haven't a chance to watch this, turn down the color of your TV set and watch it in black and white. Okay? That's all there is. Alright. Now the last one I'm going to show you guys is the 1997 VHS of The Son of Flubber. This is a sequel to the Absent-Minded Professor. And yes, it says original black and white classic. It's under the Comedy Favorite series. Wow, it's great to see it in black and white once again. And because of the stupid color versions, I think they suck. Here's the spine, here's the back, and yep, there's some good stuff in there. And then by the way, I forgot to mention, Keenan Wynn also plays the villain named Alonzo Hawk. Yep, he appeared in the first two movies, The Absent-Minded Professor and Son of Flubber. Both played Alonzo Hawk. Then his character returned in the movie Herbie Rides Again in 1974. I also have Herbie Rides Again. It was a pretty good movie. I might find a VHS of this someday when I get it. It's a pretty good film. It's a comedy, but who would forget it? And it was the last Disney film released in black and white in 1963. And here's the ink label. Here's the print date of December 3rd, 1997. Yep, that's just about 5 days before the 17-year anniversary of the death of John Lennon, who was shot to death in the Dakota building in New York City back on December 8, 1980, when he was 40 years old. And that was a pretty sad, tragic thing. I know the way John Lennon ended his career, and he was shot to death in the Dakota building 17 years before this tape was printed. So, anyways, that's all there is to it. But if you love that one, it's got the same previews. It has same as the above from this one, but it's pretty good. I have to better check it out and see what the previews look like. Yeah, it's got the same thing: Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted Christmas, Hercules, Air Bud, Peter Pan, and George of the Jungle, and of course the Wonderful World of Disney promo, and the feature presentation, and of course the film format screen, the black and white Buena Vista logo in the start of the film. Okay, that's it. If you like the sequel, go check that out. And that's it for this edition of the Disney VHS update. For now, for July 2010, I will be talking to you later in my next video, and I will see you later.